this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Now Murray off play action. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. And this will wind up a Lions first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On play action, Lance. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
When you're dead last in the NFL in third down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about them picking up that one? That was big for them.
First down, Murray sliding out of the pocket. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Murray now steps away. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Play action, now it's Lance. Lines up and lets it go for Samuel. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far, it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Lance. Dancing to his left. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Here's Lance. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this returnable for Sims. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Cost them.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Murray going to throw. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
This one caught by Kittle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Working from the gun, Lance. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Niners have taken the early lead. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Here's Sims now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
1-7, their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now, this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough 2nd half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Now Murray. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners are going to take over here up near the 40.
Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. And think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete.
Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
22 yards. And the 49ers first down.
Lance now on first down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Lance again here on 2nd and 10. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0.
Niners 14, Lions nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Sims now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw here complete to Kelsey. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Amber Thomas. And the 49ers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Off of play action, here's Lance. Rolling to his right. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 24. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. After the turnover, here's Murray. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0.
The score, Niners 21, Lions nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here's Sims now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On play action, it's Murray. Murray fighting, lost the football. But I believe a Lion was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Bring it. 60 Eagles.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Brings up third down.
Murray with a 3rd and long. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, 49ers.
Great job, man.
A great effort there.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half.
28, Lions nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Simms going to go ahead and hold on to this one, and they'll start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Throwing again on second down. Murray, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Ready. 60 red. 60 red. Mike 35.
Following the fumble recovery, Lance buying time to his left. This is caught, and they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Josh Jacobs in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes this 35-0 now.
35, Lions nothing.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Flush to his right. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They've got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. They'll run on first down. Farley. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5.
Hiking 18. Getting some penetration. Warriors 70. Back.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions gain a bit of respectability.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Line 7. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And that one is his second fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time?
On 1st and 10, Davison. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
We're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sims. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
With the score where it is, this was probably going to be 4-down territory if they didn't convert there. But what a nice job of working his way open, making sure he secured the catch, and setting up 1st and goal.
Back to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And in for the Lions, touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Lions 14. Jack Fox.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that. Yep.
It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there for the Niners.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd and 1, Lance.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Lance to throw and 1. Completes it to Samuel. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No,
and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Josh Jacobs,
his 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
42. Lions 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Sims going to go ahead and hold on to this one, and they'll start at the 25.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. It'll be a gain of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Davison. And he's going to have the hook up to Burnett.
And he is going to have a Lions 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
38-yard line.
Back to throw. Davison. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Following the fumble recovery. Lance, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. They'll run with Jacobs, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Josh Jacobs, excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point right down the middle, and that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Sims now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Davison. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
1 yard gain.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Burnett. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create...
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
To throw on third down, Davison. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Davison. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Back to throw. Davison escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On play action, Lance. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. Now after
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Watch the red.
throwing his Lance on 3rd down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off near the 44. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the 49ers force the turnover. And they'll take over at the 10. Siiigh, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And his pass is intercepted for the picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And the 49er hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the defense. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Niners, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams.
jealousy is an ocean, and you either float or you sink it. Moment of truth, credit check, you not approved. BB King, I'm in love with the blues. Don't start me up, I got finishing moves. Look, salute when you see me. Slid through all the commotion, it's breaking news, they got an ad on TV. Popping out on them on politics.